Love is a universal desire. Don't forget that true love cannot be forced on anyone. No. Love is something that helps you to, you know, have this emotional connection with someone. It cannot be bought. It's not something that you get by force. Yes. So true love and sincere love comes by emotional connection. So in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how to potentially win someone's heart. In other words, how to make someone to fall in love with you. Stay tuned. So, number one way to make someone fall in love with you is by being confident, not being overbearing, but being confident. People are naturally attracted to confident people because they are the type of people that are self-assured. Someone that is very, very comfortable in his or her own skin, that is a confident person. So how do you show how confident you are as a person? By maintaining good posture, by speaking fluently. So it's very important that you're confident as a person. As a person that has confidence, you have to avoid arrogance. You can be confident and be humble at the same time. Another way to show how confident you are as a person is knowing how to show interest in other people's perspective. So as a person, it's very, very important that you know how to be confident. It's something that can attract people to you easily. Being an active listener is another way of getting people attracted to you easily. People love having the feeling of being heard and understood. So it's important that you learn how to be a good listener if you want people to get easily attracted to you. Now, how do you become a good listener? By making good eye contact with someone that is having a conversation with you, and making affirmations as well while someone is speaking to you. Like when someone is having a conversation with you, you'll be like, oh yes, oh, tell me more, all those things. It shows that you're following. Don't be the kind of person that when someone is having a conversation with you, you're pressing your phone, or you're just putting up this lackadaisical attitude. Don't make it become part of you. Don't be that kind of person. Don't make it a habit of always being someone that cannot have a proper conversation with someone else. It's a red flag. Now, don't be the kind of person that always interrupts someone when someone is trying to have a conversation with you, or you just cut someone short all the time when they are telling you something, and you just bring in your own point or change the whole topic entirely, and you do it all the time. It's very wrong of you. With that kind of habit, you cannot have meaningful conversations with people. And people love having good listeners around them. So if you want someone to show interest in you easily, learn to have meaningful conversations and be a good listener as well. Another way is by having shared interests, that is common interests with someone, with people around you. Now, people that you have common interests with, you can easily have that bond and connection with them. It could be anything. It could be interest in maybe traveling. Maybe that person loves to travel and you love to travel as well. It could be love for a particular genre of music. It could be love for food, a favorite color. Maybe you and the person have the same favorite color. All those things. When you have shared interests with common interests with someone, it easily helps you guys to build bond. Yes. What do you think friendship is all about? Friendship is all about a group of people, or two or more people that have common interests. Yes, that is what friendship and relationship is basically all about. So for you to be easily emotionally connected to someone, you guys must definitely have common interests in some areas. So now, to make someone, maybe someone you just met, easily attracted to you, you have to at least ask open-ended questions, like questions about their experiences, their hobbies, their passion, their past lives, all those questions, and find out what excites them. And those are the type of conversation you should indulge in with them. Engage in conversations about things that they love, things that excite them. That is how you get to know them more, and that is how you can know the common interest between you and that person. That is what will now help you to build bond between the both of you. Imagine just meeting someone for the first time and you find out that the person has the same favorite color with you. The person loves this, like their sense of humor, their level of kindness, how beautiful they are dressed, their skin color, their hairstyle, the style of their dress, their shoes. You can make beautiful and meaningful compliments to someone that help them to make them feel loved and special. Another way of trying to win someone's heart is by building mystery and intrigue in that person, with that person, because humans are naturally curious. So why not make that person curious about you? Try to make that person want to know more about you. Now, how do you make someone to be curious about you? How do you create that intrigue? By sharing things about you but making it incomplete. Sharing incomplete stories about your life, your past, your personality. Yes, avoid saying too much about yourself, especially when that relationship is still very early, when it's still a fresh relationship. Allow that person to take his or her time to discover more things about you, your past, your personality, your likes, your passion, your dreams, and all of that. Don't just be someone that is so vulnerable that you just open your mouth and talk so much about you at an early stage of a relationship, because it can serve as a red flag and it can be used against you as well. So first of all, you have to build that trust and bond with that person before becoming vulnerable to you. That is why it's important to build that, make that person to be intrigued about you. You also need to learn to respect boundaries. Pushing someone into a relationship can make them uncomfortable. So if you want someone to be easily attracted to you, or you want to win someone's heart, you have to learn to respect people's space and their pace. Don't pressure anybody to be your friend or to be in a relationship with you. If they feel pressured when you're having a conversation with them, give them space. Pay attention to their verbal and non-verbal cue. If they need time, please give them space and honor their space as well. Don't pressurize anyone in being in a relationship with you. Finally, for today's episode, you have to learn to be consistent and reliable. People are usually attracted to people that are reliable and people that are emotionally stable, because it helps you guys to build trust, and it is very important for every relationship. So how do you become reliable? By keeping to your promises and offering support when they really need them. Avoid giving mixed signals. In summary, all these tips I've given today is something that will help you build that emotional connection. Don't forget that love is not forced. Yes, every authentic relationship is built on mutual love, mutual feeling, and mutual understanding. So it's important that in as much as you want someone to be attracted to you, you don't force it on that person. Be yourself. So that is all for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Thank you so much for listening. And please, if you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also like and comment on my videos as well. Thank you so much for watching. Same type of music that you love. The person loves the same sports that you love. The person loves the same maybe type of dressing that you like as well. All these things will help you guys have that connection. Before you know it, you guys can just become friends at first. And if faith permits you guys, you can even become lovers. That is how it starts. The foundation of every relationship is basically friendship. So that is how you can potentially become someone's lover, by having common interests at first. Being genuinely kind and caring is another way of getting someone easily attracted to you. In fact, kindness is the strongest and easiest trait anyone can have. It's good that you're kind and caring to people around you. In fact, it's a very important trait that everyone should have, because people get easily attracted to kind and caring people. Now, how do you show kindness? By offering help to someone when they are struggling, by being understanding and thoughtful, by expressing thoughtful gestures towards someone. Being kind and caring is something that can easily get you attracted to someone. So it's important generally as a person that you're kind and thoughtful towards the people around you, because being kind shows that you have emotional maturity and compassion. Using positive body language tips, another way of winning someone's heart potentially. Your body language actually speaks louder than your words, because it shows your interest in someone and it shows how comfortable you are. Now, what are some effective body language tips? Smile when you're having a conversation with someone. Show engagement. And also, don't be in the habit of always frowning your face and crossing your arms when you're having a conversation with someone. It shows and signals defensiveness, and it can serve as a red flag as well. It can be interpreted that maybe you're snobbish or rude. So if you want to be easily attracted to people, you have to learn to have positive body language. You also need to learn to show emotional vulnerability. Learn to open up about your feelings, your fears, your past experiences, all those things. It fosters closeness. When you have deep conversations with someone, it brings that bond between the both of you. Now, how do you foster emotional vulnerability? Share things about your past, your life, your passion, things about you, but ensure that it is balanced. Ensure that you're not giving out too much information, and make sure that the person is also opening up to you as well. That is what will help you to become balanced. That is why you shouldn't talk too much. Don't talk too much. Don't give out so much information about yourself, because there is an extent to which you talk about maybe your past that can even serve as a red flag to the other person. The person can begin to distance itself if there are some deep and maybe serious and bad things about your past that you just decided to open up. Imagine sharing with someone that, for example, you had an abortion in the past. It can serve as a red flag. The person might interpret it that maybe you're a bad person. It could be anything. So don't give out too much information while opening up to someone, while being emotional vulnerable to someone that you want to be attracted to. It will foster closeness, yes, but there is sometimes a disadvantaged part of being emotionally vulnerable, because if that person is not the right person to be emotionally vulnerable to you, the person can use those things that you shared with him or her to badmouth you and hurt you, or maybe the person can even use it to gossip about you. You might tell that person as a secret, but that person will just go to your back and expose all of these things to you. So mind the kind of information about your past, about your life that you share to someone. You can easily win someone's heart by complimenting them authentically. Yes, everybody loves getting a compliment, because it boosts their self-esteem and it makes them feel valued and loved. So how do you compliment someone effectively? By using kind words, by being more specific. Instead of saying you look good, you can also say, oh, the color of your dress brings out your beauty more. You can make positive and good compliments. You can also focus on the person's personality traits.